Good Thursday, and thanks for being here. Just a few months ago, on two separate occasions actually, a piece of farm equipment was the subject of a joyride on a couple of occasions, found after some property damage was done, sometimes a couple of miles away. However, this time it's just completely been stolen. And the state police have opened a case, and I've got a few pictures of a similar unit and some hopes that maybe some viewers out there may have seen something very early this morning or during the overnight hours in a portion of McGoffin County. I will as well have a quick update, a follow-up from last night's. It was a really good story, wasn't it, with Miss Donna Steele, the balloon artist from West Liberty, who is in Florida for a wonderful event. It's not done yet. We'll have a full video for you, I guess, on Monday's program that she'll be able to do a final walkthrough after it's complete. But wow, what 24 hours has seen there is great. And in fact, I'm going to rerun at least some, if not all, of that interview with Donna last night. I know there were some audio issues last night at the 11 o'clock hour. My apologies for anyone in the Foothills feed. Some good news is the piece of equipment that is responsible for that happening, well, there's only one like it, or one brand or model, if you will, in the world. But today I got word that they've been able to find another one, and it's on its way. And we're hoping that will fix that intermittent problem with no audio. So yay, right? So with that said, I've got that. Have you seen gas prices? Have you seen them? They're a little different depending on where you look. I'll get to that in your weather forecast and more next. Summer's almost here, and the seasonal shop is ready. The shop is filled right now with bright colors, beautiful clothes, and new jewelry for all your vacations and summer outings and fun. They've got gifts for any graduate, wedding, and special occasion that may be on your calendar this summer, and you can let them create the perfect gift basket for you. And it's grill season, and that means pool days, cookouts, and backyard parties. And they've got gorgeous home decor, outdoor serving pieces, flags, porch decor, and everything to update your home inside and out for the summer. Stop by and see them, as always, with local delivery, curbside pickup, and shipping. And they're happy to help you shop by phone as well. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. Check out the latest in savings on new sets of tires and vehicle maintenance at Conley's, like $150 back on Goodyears, $120 back on Bridgestones, and big deals on Firestone, Hankook, General, and more. All with perfect snap-on balancing, and where they only charge $35 for state-of-the-art computer diagnostics to fix exactly what you need and get you back on the road. On the web at conleytire.net or stop by in Staffordsville.
At Golden Law Office, our attorneys previously represented the nation's largest insurance and trucking companies, handling cases involving serious personal injury and death. We know their strategies, how they will defend the case, and what factors drive large settlements. The attorneys at Golden Law Office can use this inside knowledge to ensure your case is handled effectively and aggressively. Hiring Golden Law Office provides you with a strategic advantage. Call Golden Law Office today.
Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sayersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sayersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. We're still pretty much on par with everything that I told you weather-wise last evening at this time. Nice, dry, warm all the way through at least the first half of your weekend, and some Gulf moisture. Looks as though it's going to work its way into the area and hang around for a few days, possibly thereafter. An updated 7-day in just a few moments. Right now, though, the theft of a large piece of farm equipment, a tractor, a very expensive one at that, from the White Oak Loop area last night. Kentucky State Police opened up a theft investigation. They're hoping that someone may have seen a tractor similar to this model possibly being stolen. Yeah, it's my understanding that a tractor very similar to this one here was actually taken from a piece of property down around White Oak Loop. And this was on a couple of different occasions in April and May of this year. Essentially taken for a joyride. It was taken through fences and gates and left stuck on one occasion, found elsewhere, but always found on those two occasions. This time, though, no such luck for the owner, who I do not have the name of. Nevertheless, Kentucky State Police Officer Jimmy Stratton, I understand, has opened up a theft investigation into a Kubota. It is an M9540 series, which this is here. Instead of this, however, with the weights in the front, it does have a set of forks on the front, and it has some logging rigs on the back of the tractor. It is an open cab tractor similar to this one, and it is a four-wheel drive. It is Kubota and Kubota orange in color. And it was stolen last night off the property owner's property off of White Oak Loop, and believed to have been tracked, or actually not believed to have been, but it was tracked all the way to the blacktop, and then the tracks disappeared. Possibly loaded up onto a trailer, possibly driven on the blacktop. They were able to track it all the way towards Morgan County, but then once it hit the blacktop, it's really unknown. Again, it could have been loaded up, it could have been driven on the blacktop, but they're hoping that someone may have seen something. There were some residents in the area who heard a loud noise sometime around 2 o'clock, uncertain if that was it or not. But if you saw a tractor matching this description moving in or around that area during the overnight, early morning hours, or perhaps today, call Post 9 of the Kentucky State Police, 606-433-7711. Again, ask for Trooper Jimmy Stratton, who is handling the case. And have you seen gas prices? Well, they've fallen. They've fallen a little harder, though, depending on where you've looked today. A friend of mine actually brought it to my attention as I was filling up in downtown Sagersville earlier today that they had just fallen down to $4.29, lowest we've seen it in quite some time here in Sagersville. However, some friends and viewers have been sending me pictures from the Johnson County area this afternoon. It's fallen even harder, down to $4.09 a gallon. Can't explain it, never have been able to. We've tried. But $4.29 a gallon here in Sagersville, and $4.09 in places in Johnson County. Of course, as you well know, I was on vacation last week, and we traveled to Florida. And for the majority of the way, gas was always cheaper than it was here at home at the time, and on a lot of occasions we were getting it for $4.09, $4.19 a gallon, all the way until we got close back to Kentucky, and certainly to eastern Kentucky. I can't wait to give you an update on Donna Steele, the balloon artist from West Liberty in Orlando. If you didn't see that story last night, I have it coming up, at least in a portion of it, if not its entirety, in a few moments with an update, and it's just a great one to see. Looking forward to seeing the finished product. With that said, however, though, a couple of things happening on the Mountain Parkway. A little good news. I think the final portion of the Mountain Parkway expansion project, with the exception of Sagersville to Pressburg, has a contract in place. It's been awarded. The Wolfe County segment, another 11 miles of the Mountain Parkway. Construction contracts have been awarded, and plans are set for that area to begin being completely redone, as we've seen the rest of the parkway, of course, now for quite some time. Also, from the Mountain Parkway expansion team, rolling roadblocks in effect tomorrow for bridge work on the parkway in Wolfe, Morgan, and in McGoffin counties. So keep that in mind. Some more delays, but they're working very hard to get it done as quickly as possible. Starting in the morning at 7:30, a construction crew is going to patch bridge ends on the Mountain Parkway between the 56 and 64 mile markers. That area is the 4-lane section of the parkway near Halichua. The contractor will slow traffic for some brief periods of time to allow the bridge work to be completed. Temporary traffic stoppages may also be necessary. Bridge patching is necessary to address settlement that occurs between the roads and bridges. So that, you feel, they're going to take that away tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Here is tonight's, looks to be a brief Farm Bureau community calendar. Yes, just a couple of quick reminders. Next week is Commodity Week at the Water into Wine Food Pantry. Remember, there are new hours for the summer, and their July schedule is for next Wednesday, 8 till 11. That's Wednesday the 20th. Senior Commodity Day will be Thursday the 21st, next Thursday, from 8 till 11 as well. So 8 till 11, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. If you have any questions, call them at 349-6301. And a reminder that the Sagersville High School all-class reunion is calling all classmates from any year, anytime you attended the Sagersville High School. They're going to gather at the New Montgomery County High School on September the 3rd, beginning at 4:30. Your News Today, P.O. Box 1443. There's phone, fax, email, Facebook. Any way you want to get a calendar announcement to me, do so. And remember, we also print birthdays and anniversaries and birth announcements and wedding announcements. Got one of those coming up in the Sagersville Independent, but send those to Heather at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Turning to obituaries for this evening, 83-year-old Nadine Joseph of Cold Grove, Ohio, formerly of Prestonsburg, Kentucky, passed away on Saturday. She was born in Garrett to the late Morrison and Nora Turner Brown. In addition to her parents, she's preceded in death by her husband, Paul Edward Joseph, sons Paul Michael and Jeffrey Brian Joseph, and sisters Phyllis Jean Brown and Billy Faye Brown. She's survived by 6 grandkids and 3 great-grandchildren. A memorial service will be announced at a later date by the Montgomery County Funeral Home, again in honor of 83-year-old Nadine Joseph. What we have here is our famous chicken sandwich at your Sagersville Lee's, which is also Saturday's special. You can get a chicken sandwich, wedges, and a drink for just $5. But tomorrow is Friday, and Friday's special is a liver or gizzard dinner with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $4.79 plus tax. Let's recap. Chicken sandwich, Saturday special, or get it any day of the week. Tomorrow, livers or gizzards with 2 homemade sides and a biscuit for just $4.79 at your Sagersville least famous recipe.
Car wrecks, truck wreck, disability, workers' comp, slip and fall, wrongful death. Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Summer has arrived, and Appalachian Wireless has a great sale on the world's hottest smartphone. From now till the end of the month, you can get the amazing iPhone 13 for more than half off. iPhone 13 on Appalachian Wireless can be your new superpower with the most advanced dual camera system ever on iPhone. And it's available on the region's best network because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. 128 gigabyte model only. Agreement required.
Banking from home or on the go has never been easier and will forever be an important and necessary part of life. And Sagersville National has been and will always be at the forefront of meeting and exceeding your financial needs and giving you the safest and most worry-free online and mobile banking so you can worry about the important things, like what's for dinner. They're there when you need them at the main and branch locations of the Sagersville National Bank. So last night I had the following interview with Donna Steele, who I'd never met before last evening, but a FaceTime video that she was so gracious to do with me yesterday was a wonderful story for last night's program. A balloon artist of just only 4 or 5 years, I think, very accomplished in that short period of time, who is now volunteering her efforts along with hundreds of others of individuals for some very special young people and their families in Florida. I know there's some audio, no audio last night during the 11 o'clock replay on Foothills. My apologies again. We may have actually found the solution to that situation. Fingers crossed. With that said, let me replay that for you really quick. Even if you watched it, it's still a great story. And then at the end of that, look at what I've got to add to it tonight.
I've been in the business for about 4 years, and I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and I've always said this has been God sent for me. And the lady was twisting balloons, and she was making the little twisty dogs and butterflies, and she had a Mickey Mouse and a Minnie Mouse, and she looked at me and she said, "You ought to try this." And I said, "You know what? I think I can do this." So I grabbed me a bag of balloons. I self-taught myself how to twist most of the animals and things that I can twist. After twisting, it kind of moved into the more of the decor. So I do a lot of decor now, not as much twisting, and I love it.
And so do her customers and everyone else that gets to see any of her marvelous creations. Just a few examples here. And she's only been doing this business for about 4 years. But this week, undoubtedly, she says, has been the highlight of her experience and career thus far.
I've been to several conferences, and I have had the opportunity to come to the WBC, which is World Balloon Convention. And this year, the World Balloon Convention decided to give back to the community. So they picked an organization, and the organization is Give Kids the World Village. And we're going to, after we get the big balloon build, it will be turned over to them.
The Give Kids the World Village. This is a small part of it. It's an 89-acre non-profit storybook resort in Florida where kids with critical illnesses and their families are treated to week-long, cost-free dream vacations. A week of no hospitals, no medical procedures, just a magical experience that about 180,000 families have experienced since 1986.
And the village can hold up to 166 families a week. They do it 52 weeks out of the year, and all of the kids will come Friday night. They'll get to go through it. They're all going to have a star, and they'll put a star in the castle, and they have their name on one side and their wish on the other side. And on Saturday, they will use it as a fundraiser, and people can come and go through it and tour it all.
They're turning empty rooms like this into something magical. And this is just a small part of it all. Just look at this. And this is not close to being done yet. I'll give you a tour of the finished project early next week. But can you imagine the work that is going into this and the little eyes that are going to light up when they see it? This is a monster and monumental undertaking and project that hundreds of volunteers, including Donna, are undertaking this week for this very special place.
There's 300 delegates, and there's 100 team leaders and captains and sponsors. This has all been sponsored by Qualitex. There will be somewhere around 300,000 balloons used by the time it's all finished.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, they explained to us that the 400 people that are here, that this totals 32 years of work that we're doing in 1 week. So, for this to be able to make this happen, it's more than I could ever imagine doing it on my own. There's a lot of people, a lot of knowledge, a lot of people that's been in the business. I'm working with a lady that's been in the business for 42 years. She has a lot of knowledge, and very, very talented people.
Tell me a bit about the design, the concepts and stuff. I'm showing some, I have shown, and I will show some more pictures, but where are you coming up with these designs?
Okay, there was two people that worked on all of the designs, and they made all of the designs, figured out all the dimensions, figured out all of the balloons, all the colors. So that was all done by two different people. It was laid out with them how they wanted to make this, because you're going to walk into it, it's going to kind of like be a maze. So they did that, and they handed them down to the captains. The captains hand them off to the team leaders, and each team leader has so many of us delegates that's with them, and we read the project, and then we go in and start blowing the balloons up and putting them all together. And then they have some guys that do all the hanging, because you'll see that some of the balloons are hanging from the ceiling and things like that. There's a lot of props. We have to have props. And takes a lot of that to make it happen.
Is this volunteer?
Volunteer.
So this is a week out of your all's time and efforts and everything else to do this?
Yes, I had to pay to come to it. So all of the expenses, I'm incurring all the expenses to be able to be here, which has been absolutely amazing. I'm very thankful for all of my people who support me, to let me support something else, and Give Kids the World the Village is absolutely amazing what they do.
Will you be able to be there when some of the kids see this for the first time? Are you going to be able to see that reaction?
Yes, we will be here Friday night when those kids get to come. And there's also an event called Twisting with the Stars. And so what we will be doing is there's a thing that tells us what we're going to be making. There's going to be a butterfly and a sword and 4 or 5 other, a dinosaur and a couple other different things. And as the kids come in, we will twist those balloons for those kids, and they will get to use, have them as they go through it. So there's different areas of the balloon build. There's one called the Enchanted Forest. There's a Toyland story. There's a sea area. There's the ice cream area. So as the kids go through, like the sea area, we're going to be making a fish. So, they may be pretending that they're in there with a fish, walking around in there, in the ocean and all of that. So we will get to see all of them Friday night when they come to experience the whole blue business.
That will be, I'm sure, be amazing. Well, listen, I don't want to keep you any longer, but I do hope to maybe get a finished product, maybe a little wrap up with you before the end of the week. I know that's our goal, so hopefully we'll see how that works out. But Donna, certainly,
I'll try to put a video out there on Friday night. After it's all put together, now it's just kind of bits and pieces. Yeah. But I'll try to put a video out there Friday night.
Well, I will be following up with you then, and thank you so much for giving me a moment of your time, and thank you so much for your service and what you're doing. I know it's very rewarding, and as you said, you're getting a lot out of it, in that respect. But it's really awesome.
Yeah, because I'm working with some of the best in the balloon business. I say I'm just a little fish in a big ocean because there's some very, very, very talented people here. Very talented.
Now, take a look at what has taken place in the last 24 hours. Look at these pictures. These are 100% balloons, and they are continuing to amaze everyone. And they're going to amaze, certainly, some wonderful kids and families tomorrow night. This is just unbelievable to me, and to see the efforts that they're putting into and the reason behind it just makes it that much more wonderful. Look at this. What a unicorn. And this is still not the complete project. They've still got a lot of work to do. This was actually posted just earlier this afternoon, so this is pretty much today's work. They've got another full day ahead of them tomorrow, and then it will be ready for an official unveiling, and then she's going to give us a little walkthrough that I'll have for you soon. But I just think it's just amazing. I think it's just absolutely, and look at that. I mean, look at that. Stunning to see, and just as stunning is also, of course, their inspiration. So look forward to talking to Donna again and showing you what the finished project or product is going to be. Now I'm going to finish this product, that being the show, with your Licking Valley RECC 7-day, and it's still pretty nice, definitely. A little bit warmer. We're going to see temperatures hit the upper 80s in stride by the weekend, and then we've got that Gulf moisture to talk about for the latter half and then on. But as for tonight, well, we've got some patchy fog after 5 a.m., otherwise just mostly clear, and we'll fall down to about 62 degrees tonight. The nights aren't going to be quite as mild a little later on down the line, but tomorrow it will. Tomorrow's going to be a beautiful Friday, wrapping up this work week for most everyone. 86 and 62 for your high and low tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy tomorrow night. Warming up to about 88 for the first half of your weekend. Saturday's going to be a great day for the Hillbilly Christmas in July parade or ride that I told you about earlier. Remember that? Starting at the Harley-Davidson shop in Pikeville. You can join them anywhere along the way, coming through Floyd County to Mack, and here at the Ramey Park in Sagersville, and then back to the Mack for those wonderful prizes at the silent auction, and somebody's going to win a new Harley-Davidson. And so I'll have one more big reminder on that on tomorrow's program. Nevertheless, perfect day for it. Saturday, mostly sunny, 88. Sunday, partly sunny, 88. But that's some of that Gulf moisture and some other factors that are going to kind of all combine to give us a shower and storm chance or two. 40%, as I think you saw in your Sunday. Monday, more clouds than sun, 81. Yeah, we'll take a hit and cool things down just a bit for at least that day. 60% chance of showers and storms to start off the week. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, pretty consistent, upper 80s. Right at around 70 for nighttime lows, some sunshine, and some shower chances to the tune of 20 to 30%, pretty much across the board, Tuesday through Thursday. Monday, the least sun and the best chance of showers and storms. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight. I'll wrap up this week when I see you back here next time. For now, thank you for watching.